Hey guys! In this lesson, we are going to analyze the action lines. Action or motion lines are those which determine the movements of the pose we are making and also the pose of any photo or character we see. Action lines are normally parallel to the direction of the movement of the character, which normally is the same that the position of the spine. There are also smaller motion lines, like the one of the shoulders, hip, legs, and arms. You'll always find action lines in any pose you are drawing. In order to learn to properly draw a pose, it's crucial to understand first what action lines are. In this case, I'm going to mark in red the main motion lines corresponding to each of the poses. As you can see, the first action line is the one that goes through the head axis to the pelvis. The second one is the one of the legs. Also, we can find secondary action lines, which are the ones of the shoulders, the hip, as well as the ones of the legs and arms. You need to differentiate between main and secondary action lines. My recommendation is that before starting to draw the pose, include the action lines on the image you are going to draw. What I'm going to do now is to reproduce the action line next to the character to quickly draw the main pose. Okay, as you can observe, we can reduce the pose just to a few lines. Actually, if we've drawn these lines correctly, the pose will be correct as well. In your case, when drawing your own characters, even without a visual reference, it would be better if you mark these action lines and that they make sense. Action lines usually tend toward a point. As you can see, I'm drawing the main action lines that we've established before. After inserting these lines, we can start to sketch the pose of the character. These lines are quite important because without them it would be pretty hard to draw any body part directly without any kind of guide. The pose and movement wouldn't be accurate, and thus we wouldn't achieve the desired realistic aspect. Remember that action lines are fundamental to animate and bring to life the character we are drawing. We can hardly get a correct pose without action lines. Okay, let me highlight with a darker red the main action lines so that you can see more clearly where they are. Right, so once I've done this first pose, I'll show you in fast motion the other three poses so that you can get an idea of how to do them. Guys, I recommend that you look for martial art poses in online platforms such as Pinterest or any other website that you fancy. Don't forget to draw the action lines first on the image and then next to it. When it comes to martial arts and dance, motion lines are quite marked and they are usually harmonious since the martial artist or the dancer are synchronized with their bodies. Therefore, the motion lines are crucial to keep this harmony in our character's movement. Let's have a look at this pose. I've drawn two action lines, one for the knee and the other for the hip. This is because I want to focus on curvatures, but if you look closely, it goes in the same direction. When drawing action lines, it's crucial that you detect first which is the main movement of the pose. There is always a motion line which determines the main pose. You'll need to find this and then work with the secondary lines, like shoulders, hip, arms, and legs. Okay guys, have a look at this. These are the poses we got. So action lines are the first step to create a pose. It's after combining the action lines to the sketch when you get the final pose. Awesome. So, we know everything we need about action lines, and thus we are more than ready to start making some quick 1-minute drawings, based on some poses. I hope that you liked the lesson and that you learned a lot. See you in the next video.